So I was fortunate enough to have to test the Galaxy S22 Plus in a couple of days. In today's video, I'll be sharing my thoughts without wasting so much time. I'm Delpy and welcome to Byte Unlock. Now this is a $999 device or $900 device. Here in Ghana, it is going for 7,299 Ghana cedis. So how does that translate to the entire device? Starting off with the build and design. Now this is quite reminiscent of the Galaxy S21 design, except for the fact that this time around, this device is boxy. Also, the aluminum frame is quite slippery, so I would really advise you to get a case or protection. The rear side of the device is a glass that comes from Gorilla Glass, and that is Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. It's a textured, has a textured feel. You're having the flashlight with triple rear cameras, and then the design that looks like that of the Galaxy S21 Plus. Still on the build, in the aluminum frame or on the aluminum frame is where you'd find the volume rocker buttons, the power button, the USB Type-C charging ports, the microphone ports, a SIM tray, and then a single speaker grill. Now the top side, which has the earpiece as well, doubles as the speaker grill for the device, so you can have sound coming from that side as well. You'd realize that there are antenna bands, which I think is because of the support for 5G around the device as well. Now here in our side of the world, we don't have 5G, so obviously this is future proofing. Anytime 5G lands here in Ghana, you are safe and you don't have to go look for a 5G device. Now let's talk about the display. So the display has to be one of my favorite parts about this device, because of course we do know Samsung and they never disappoint when it comes to display capabilities. Now let's start off with the specs for the display. So this is a WQHD Plus 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate with HDR10 Plus support. So this all translates to the fact that you are getting one of the brightest and crispiest displays down here. In terms of brightness, the device comes with 1750 nits of peak brightness. So if you're outdoors doing stuff with your smartphone, you wouldn't have to cover the smartphone with your face or try to strain your eyes a little bit to see the content of the phone. Again, when it comes to consuming content, this is a 6.6-inch device or display with quite some thin bezels going on there. Now it doesn't have that chin we had on the Galaxy S21 FE or even the Galaxy S21 Plus. So the bezels are very minimal now, quite close to thin that sometimes I don't even notice that there's a bezel around the phone. It's very thin, and it's 88.9% screen to body ratios. Now the 120 Hz display acts as an adaptive one, so it toggles between 48 Hz and 120 Hz, which basically means that if you are not in need or not in use of it, it will come down to 48 Hz if you have adaptive refresh rate turned on. Now if you're gaming or doing extra stuff that requires the refresh rate to go higher, you'd see it go up to 120 Hz on the device. Great experience, but this has a toll on battery life too, so you should take notice of that once you get to toggle that feature on. Now performance wise, this device is coming with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage, which is my variant I have here. You are getting Android 12 and One UI 4.1 on this device. This device comes with Exynos's new chipset, which is the Exynos 2200, coupled with the Xclipse CPU or GPU, sorry, that's amazingly great when it comes to gaming and other stuff that requires graphical performance. With the One UI 4.1, as compared to One UI 3.0, you are having Material U, which allows you to customize the looks and feel of your icons and your notification toggles to look quite similar to that of your wallpaper. Again, you are having this notification that pops up on the top right corner in case you turn on your camera or you start recording a video or you're making a call and it requires your microphone. It's just an indication that those features are being used in the app and you have to take notice of that. The next part about this device is the cameras. Now at the front facing side, you have the Infinity O display, which houses the 10 megapixel selfie camera. Great performance if it has well lit environment. So if the sun is very bright and you're outdoors, you don't get anything bad out of this device. It supports video or selfie videos of up to 4K 60 frames per second. And a 10 megapixel sensor is quite a lower sensor. So obviously if you're not in well lit environment, you would be noticing some noise in there in your videos. This is how it looks like if you're shooting with the selfie camera of the Galaxy S22 Plus. So this is a selfie recording from the S22 Plus. Yeah, this is how the camera looks like. The skies are okay. That's actually the color. HDR is on point. Nothing is overblown at this point. There's so much going on. It looks very great. And let me know what you think about the video quality from the front-facing camera of the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus. We're moving on to the rear side, which is the triple rear camera setup. Now, when it comes to the rear side of the device, which houses the triple rear camera sensors, you're having a 50 megapixel main camera lens, you're having a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Now, I tested all these lenses, so as I'm talking, I'll be displaying some of the pictures that come out of it. Now, in times 3, or which is the telephoto lens, it does so well that it gets you detailed images of the camera. The cameras are doing so well, especially when you use that telephoto lens, because it's zoomed in and then it crops out most of the detail you want to see. So it does so well when it comes to using the telephoto lens on the device. There is the option to use ultra wide as well, which does so well as well. So overall, the camera performance on this device is quite great. This device will record video of up to 8K 24 frames per second. You are also, I mean, of course, nobody would really want to use that now. So if you find yourself using that, it's a feature there as well. Okay, so this is the rear facing side of the Galaxy S22 Plus. There are 3 modes you could actually switch from: the ultra wide, the 1x zoom, and then the 3x zoom, which is quite great. Could go higher, depends on how you want to use it. I don't really see anyone using this, but it's very great. And there's great quality coming out of the rear facing camera as well. HDR is on point and everything is actually accurate. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about what you think about the Galaxy S22 Plus. This guy doesn't want to be in the video. I don't know why, but I still got him. A selling point, or most of the headings that this device had, was nightography. So I took some pictures in the night and this is how they look like. Yeah, well, of course, there are not many, but that should give you a clear indication of how the cameras should perform like if you are out in the night and taking pictures on the device. Okay, we're finalizing this with the battery life. How has it been so far with using the Galaxy S22 Plus? With 4,500 mAh battery capacity, this has been nothing but great. I mean, it's not up there. It's okay to handle with. If you're somebody who is not a heavy user like I am, you'd go through the entire day without having to charge your phone on the second charge. I mean, at the first charge, you should be okay. Through the entire day, maybe somewhere around the next day or early next morning, you should probably have to juice it up. All around, the Galaxy S22 Plus is the sweet spot for the Galaxy S22 series, like I put it, and it packs a lot and does so well. I haven't even had enough time with this device, but so far it has been so great and so cool. I'd advise you to always remember to get a screen protector and a casing for this device so that you don't end up dropping it. Or you can sign up for Samsung's Smart Care plan, and then anytime you break it, I mean, they have a shirt fixing it for you. It's more of a warranty for you to keep your device in shape anytime it gets destroyed. Once again, I'm Delpy. This has been my impressions of the Galaxy S22 Plus. I'll come your way, same time, some other day. Just get a notification bells on, and I'll see you in another one. Stay safe. Peace out.